mic is working. So, well, their mobiles are moving. So, am I standing in the way or something? Hi, good morning. It's still very early morning on a Saturday, right? We're in Paris at Maison Aubier. I'm here with Michael, who's done the fantastic installation. What is this?
Well, it's an installation of a whole family of lights that I've been developing over the last 10 years. And you can see all of them here. You know, we start from Mobile Chandelier 1, which was designed roughly 10 years ago. And then we kept on adding to the family. And what's unique about these fixtures is the fact that when I designed them, especially at that time, there was no light in the form of a mobile.
Right.
And I liked the idea of moving light and also a structure in perfect equilibrium. Every single piece is unique in the sense that the glass weight is unique.
Yeah.
So they're bespoke, they're tailored. So you start with the elements, hang them, balance them, and then wire them to the point that they become finished fixtures. The language has evolved. There's consistency in certain elements like the spheres, the size of the spheres, the brass patina that is there, but then there is an evolution in terms of the language from linear mobiles to more geometric curves that were introduced later until the last pieces of the series, which is the last three that we showed also in Salone this year, which are more organic curves. So it's important to understand that the reason why all these mobiles are together is to show an evolution of language and also consistency in the way that I work as a studio. It goes very much with my strong belief in timelessness and consistency in the work.
Nice. I see we need to make sure that you are also visible in the...
Sure.
Yeah, there you are. Things happen, the camera is moving. But these pieces seem like gallery works. Would you see them as in mass production, or do you want them deliberately to be gallery works or art pieces?
They are pieces on demand, so they're not limited as such. Whether they exist in a gallery context or not, they don't. They can exist in retail outlets as well. Their prices are on the high end of the highest of what we do, but they are very, very unique pieces in the way that they are made. It's just the process, which is quite precise. We're talking about highly engineered pieces, therefore they're time consuming. So, you know, it elevates them to another level of appreciation. It's the same thing as, you know, you have a very beautifully engineered, expensive watch, and there is a reason why the price is that high, but it doesn't make them into unique pieces or gallery pieces. So they're on demand, so we produce as people buy, and that's how it works, with these pieces only.
Are you a balance person? I'm going to explain why I'm asking that. But answer first. Like, are you a balanced person?
Very much so. Yes.
I saw like a commercial for, I can't remember for what brand, but there was something that you were doing.
Probably.
Yeah, the yoga thing.
Yes.
The yoga thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's also balance. Maybe floss. Yeah.
I used to be a yoga instructor for 10 years, and I've been practicing yoga for about 25 years.
Do we need more yoga in design world?
That's a personal requirement, I think. For me, yes, I did, and I do, so it's important.
I never done yoga. Should I?
You should, 100%.
What's the benefit of doing yoga?
I don't know. You'll discover the benefits. You know, they're not the same for every person. So.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, you want to be very professional, I see that on the whole talks that we're having, but I'm going to have to ask you about the sweets and the dessert part. Are you a sweets person? Do you eat sweets?
Only chocolate.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why, but that's kind of bitter though, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
If I would take you to dinner, I mean, would you like have a three-course meal, or would you have like just dessert or starters or?
Just the main course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're also balanced with the food as well, is that part of it?
Of course, in everything.
Balance, yeah, I think that's very like a significant thing. But you've been working with some of my Swedish colleagues, with Svenskt Tenn, for instance.
Yes.
How are Swedes to you? Are they balanced, or are they like cold and strange?
No, not cold at all. I think they're really warm people. At least my experience of the Swedes that I have met. And Svenskt is an amazing institution. I call it institution because it's not really a shop. It's not a commercial kind of store. I've always admired everything they did, the way they presented it. Their consistency, which captures very much in the spirit and the philosophy of what I'd like my brand to be. So it's a good match. We did an exhibition together in 2013 during the Stockholm Design Week, and it was we've been great friends and also partners ever since.
That's good. They're nice. Svensk are nice, so they're nice people, yeah. But we are at a fair now. We're at Maison Aubier here in Paris, the start of the season. I have tons of questions for you, but maybe I should start with, what do you sort of like think that 2020 is going to be like? I mean, it's like a huge question, I realize that, but I mean, we've talked about sustainability, etc., etc., etc. What do you think that we're going to be talking and doing this coming year?
I think pretty much the same issues that we've been talking in the recent years. I think for us, our role as designers is to really stick to our vision and to what we believe in, and the ways that, in our unique ways of addressing sustainability. At least my idea about sustainability is you make things that last forever. So what's the point of thinking about recycling them in the future if if they last for a long time? You might think that that's a little bit complicated with lights, but because of the technology. But ever since we started Michael Anastassiades, the brand, we still have exactly the same fixtures being sold today with a different lighting technology, LED. But that notion that you don't need to change your light fixtures is. I need to see you.
And there he goes.
Violeta, Erhome.
He's popular.
Yes, well, they're dear friends of mine from Greece. I haven't seen them for a long time.
Well, speaking about Greece, sorry, we're moving topics.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what's happening. So, how Greek are you, and how British are you?
Both. London is my home. I come from Cyprus. Cyprus is a home as well. In an older home, but I think everything you do in life affects who you are, I guess, today. So. Yeah.
But okay, let's continue about the most tricky questions. Not not the trickiest one, but the trickier ones, like fairs. I mean, are they important? We're here today. We're here in Paris, of course. It's important to you. You're going to answer yes. But for the industry, are fairs important?
Absolutely, very important. I think it's different to experience an object physically rather than seeing them online. I'm a strong believer of that. Even though patterns are changing, people are shopping online much more than they do, but sometimes it's also important to have a physical encounter of the object, which is something you cannot experience online. I mean, you might need to see the object a few times, and then eventually you see it online and you buy it online, but at least you need to physically experience the object, and it's really important. So this is a unique opportunity for me to be here, present all these pieces in one space.
We're losing you from the camera again. Come here.
Sure.
Come here.
Sure.
Come closer. Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid spinning.
We all are. Okay. Continue. We have about a few more minutes. So don't worry. I mean, another question about the sign of our times is brand building. How do you think about that? I mean, the brand Michael Anastassiades. How do you work with that?
Well, I started the brand 10 years ago. I didn't know how it was going to evolve. For me, it was to establish a platform where I would express my ideas with ultimate freedom, without having to depend on another brand, on a manufacturer. To realize things and having to compromise in what the market needed or what the owner of the brand wanted at the time. So I thought it's an interesting way to express your ideas and have this free platform. And also at that time, it was a long time ago. I've tried many times to approach fabricators, but nobody wants to work with somebody that's not famous. Okay. So, but
is that bad?
Irrespective of that. It is and it isn't, because it kind of narrow-mindedness is bad, I think. The most important thing is also to understand that you really need to work hard before you get somewhere. And so it's good in a way that it tests you, and it tests your, persistence in wanting to be a designer and prove yourself. So that's what it did to me, at least. So I wouldn't have started my brand if I had so many other opportunities that I could express my ideas. So I started this platform, and it proved to be quite successful, but was, building it step at a time. And
would you advise that to someone who's young, a young designer of today, someone who's graduating 2020? I mean,
only if it works for them. I think it's unique for everybody. Some people have other opportunities to do things and realize things in a different way. So
I need to go back to the dessert part, otherwise it gets too serious. You're so hesitant, I can see that in your eyes. I mean, okay, let's talk about desserts. You like chocolate, but if I would come to your house and you would cook me dinner, what would you make me as a dessert?
No dessert. Punishment.
Well, that's good. I don't like dessert, so that's okay. As long as I have wine. Wine is important in my world.
Sure.
So, wine and yoga, I guess. Yeah, okay. We're done with the dessert question, so don't worry. So what are you doing in Milan?
This year is not the lighting fair, it's not Euroluce, so we usually skip a year in terms of the brand and the way we present it. Although we have presence during the week of the fair, we have an installation during Mi Art, which is in the VIP lounge of the fair. Which
I'm going to be at the VIP lounge. You bet on it.
So please come and see us there. But I'm doing lots of collaborations, existing and new companies, which we're launching at the fair. It's mainly furniture pieces that we've developed. So there's going to be like 5-6 new collaborations.
But are you going to Frankfurt for Light and Building?
I'm hoping to, but as a visitor. Okay. So Floss are also exhibiting there, and it's important because every time, they might be showing something that I have done with them. So.
What's your new heart project? I don't know how to say it in English. In Swedish, we call it a heart project, something that you sort of like, that's yours.
Passionate?
Yeah. That's a good question.
I guess it doesn't get more passionate than my own, Michael Anastassiades brand. I mean, I'm enjoying greatly all these new partnerships that I have, but my heart is in lighting, and I love developing lights.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to round up. Do you have any questions for me?
What else are you going to see?
I just came here I came last night, so this is the first thing I'm doing at the fair.
Oh, sure,
I'm prioritizing you because I wanted to do you first, and then I'm going to see you at the fair.
Convenient. I'm right at the entrance,
exactly,
so it's good.
I look forward to the Kenzo launch. Kenzo is doing something over there.
Okay. I'm not aware of it, but I'd like to check it out. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And have a good fair.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.